You keep checking your phone, not because you have something important to do, because you're hoping their name appears. You already know they're pulling away. You feel it in the shorter replies, the longer silence, the excuses. But instead of accepting it, you keep trying harder. You text first. You explain yourself. You give them another chance, and another, until one day you realize something painful. You weren't trying to boil the relationship anymore. You were trying to convince someone to value you. And no amount of chasing can create genuine appreciation. Stoicism offers a different path, not becoming cold, not pretending you don't care, but learning when to stop reaching for someone who keeps choosing not to reach back when you feel someone pulling away. Maybe you've experienced this. At first, everything felt easy. You could talk for hours. They made time for you. They wanted to know what was happening in your life. Then something changed. The conversations became shorter. You started initiating almost everything. You'd send a message and wait, then send another. And when they finally answered, you felt relieved. Not happy, relieved. That's an important difference, because when someone's attention becomes unpredictable, you can start chasing the moments when they finally give you some. And slowly you stop asking, is this relationship good for me? Instead you ask, how can I get them to care again? That's where chasing begins, and that's where your peace begins disappearing. The real problem isn't that they don't value you. Here's what most people don't understand. The painful part isn't simply losing someone's attention. It's what their lack of attention makes you believe about yourself. You start thinking, maybe I'm not enough. Maybe I need to try harder. Maybe if I become more interesting, they'll come back. Maybe if I give them more, they'll finally appreciate me. So you start overgiving. More messages, more explanations, more favors, more patience, more chances. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You cannot earn genuine care by constantly proving how much you care. A relationship cannot be carried by one person forever. And Stoicism asks you to look at reality instead of negotiating with the reality you wish you had. Epictetus taught that some things belong to our control while others do not. Our choices and actions are ours. Other people's responses and external outcomes are not. That principle changes everything. You can offer your friendship. You can show love. You can communicate honestly. But you cannot control whether someone values what you offer. And the moment you accept that, chasing starts to lose its power. Lesson 1, stop trying to control their feelings. You cannot make someone miss you. You cannot make someone appreciate you. You cannot make someone choose you. You can create the perfect message. Give them space. Post something impressive. Act like you don't care. Try to make them jealous. None of those things gives you control over another person's feelings. And that's exactly why they become exhausting. You're constantly adjusting yourself to produce a reaction from someone else. Stoicism calls you back to what is actually yours, your behavior, your choices, your character. So instead of asking, what can I do to make them value me? Ask, how should I behave if I already valued myself? That question changes your actions. You stop begging for attention. You communicate clearly. You give people room to show you who they are. And then you believe what their actions tell you. Lesson 2, don't chase mixed signals. One of the hardest things to walk away from isn't obvious rejection. It's inconsistency. One day they seem interested. The next day they're distant. They disappear. Then suddenly they come back. You feel hopeful again. And the cycle repeats. This can keep you emotionally stuck because you're always waiting for the good version of them to return. But don't judge a relationship only by its best moments. Look at the pattern. How do they consistently treat you? Do they make room for you? Do they communicate? Do they respect your time? Do they show up when it matters? Or are you constantly making excuses for behavior that hurts you? You don't need to label someone as a bad person. You simply need to recognize when the relationship isn't giving you what you need. A few beautiful moments don't erase a pattern that keeps hurting you. Lesson 3, don't confuse effort with love. There's a strange trap people fall into. They think, if I try harder, this will work. So they try harder, but effort only helps when both people are moving toward the same thing. Imagine pushing a door that someone on the other side keeps holding shut. You can push harder. You can use both hands. You can give everything you have. But the problem isn't your effort. The door isn't opening because the other side isn't opening it. Relationships can be like that. You can communicate better. You can become more patient. You can become more understanding. But if the other person doesn't want to participate, your effort cannot create a two-person relationship. Don't measure your worth by how hard you can work for someone's attention. Sometimes wisdom means knowing when your effort has become self-abandonment. Lesson 4. Stop trying to prove what you're worth. Maybe you've been in a situation where someone made you feel replaceable, and suddenly you wanted to prove them wrong. You wanted them to see what they lost. You wanted to become more successful. Look better. Work harder. Post your wins. Make them regret leaving. But be careful, because you can spend years building a life that is secretly designed for an audience of one person who isn't even watching. That's not freedom, that's still attachment. Epictetus warned against becoming dependent on external approval and reputation. He repeatedly directed attention toward developing one's own character rather than trying to control how others perceive us. So build yourself, but don't build yourself to make someone regret losing you. Build yourself because you respect the person you're becoming. There's a huge difference. Become better for your life, not as a performance for someone who walked away. Lesson 5. Give people the freedom to choose. This might be the hardest lesson of all. Let people choose. If someone wants to be in your life, let them show you. If they don't, let their decision be real. Don't chase them down and argue with their choice. Don't constantly ask why. Don't keep trying to convince them. Give them the freedom to leave, and give yourself the freedom to stop following. This doesn't mean you shouldn't communicate. If something matters, have the conversation. Be honest, ask questions, clarify misunderstandings. But after you've communicated clearly, pay attention to what happens next. Because sometimes the answer isn't another conversation. Sometimes the answer is their behavior. And when someone repeatedly shows you that they don't want to invest in the relationship, accepting that reality can be more powerful than fighting it. You don't need to force someone to stay in a place where they don't want to be. Lesson 6. Don't chase closure from the person who created the confusion. Sometimes you keep chasing because you want an explanation. Why did they change? Why did they stop caring? Why did they choose someone else? Why wasn't I enough? You think one perfect conversation will finally make everything make sense. Maybe it will, but sometimes it won't. People don't always give us satisfying explanations. Sometimes they don't understand themselves. Sometimes they aren't honest. Sometimes they simply don't have the emotional maturity to explain what changed. And if your healing depends on receiving the perfect explanation from them, you're still giving them control. You can learn from what happened without getting every answer. You can accept, this relationship mattered to me. It didn't turn out the way I hoped, and now I need to move forward. That's not weakness. That's emotional maturity. Closure isn't always something someone gives you. Sometimes it's a decision you make. Lesson 7. Know the difference between patience and chasing. Patience says, I care about this person, and I'm willing to give things time. Chasing says, I can't be okay until this person gives me the response I want. Patience has peace. Chasing has anxiety. Patience allows space. Chasing keeps checking. Patience respects another person's freedom. Chasing tries to control the outcome. And this distinction matters. Because walking away too quickly isn't always wisdom. But staying forever while someone repeatedly shows you they don't value your presence isn't patience. It's fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of starting over. Fear that you'll never find someone else. Fear that leaving means admitting you weren't enough. But leaving doesn't prove you weren't enough. Sometimes it simply means you finally stopped asking the wrong person for proof of your worth. The turning point. Think about the person you have been chasing. Now imagine you stopped, not to punish them, not to make them wonder where you went, not because you suddenly stopped caring. You simply stopped trying to control the relationship. You stopped sending the extra message. Stop checking whether they were online. Stop looking for hidden meaning in every interaction. Stop trying to become whatever you thought would make them stay. What would happen? At first, it might feel uncomfortable because you're used to reaching. But then something strange happens. You start getting your attention back. You start noticing your own life again. Your work, your goals, your friends, your family, your interests, your future. And you realize how much mental energy you've been spending trying to hold on to something that was never fully in your control. That's the Stoic turning point. You stop asking, how do I make them stay? And start asking, how do I remain true to myself regardless of whether they stay? That is freedom. When you stop chasing, you see clearer. Distance has a way of revealing reality. When you're constantly trying to save a relationship, you can miss what's actually happening inside it. But when you step back, you begin to see the pattern. Who reaches out? Who makes time? Who keeps their word? Who only appears when they need something? Who celebrates your success? Who makes you feel like you're always asking for too much? You don't have to obsess over these questions, just observe. Because you don't need to convince yourself that someone values you. Their behavior will tell you. And if their behavior consistently says, I'm not willing to give you what you need, believe it, not with anger, with clarity. You can appreciate what the relationship once meant while accepting what it is now. That's maturity. Conclusion. So if you're chasing someone right now, stop for a moment. Ask yourself why. Are you reaching out because you genuinely want to communicate? Or because you're afraid that if you stop, they'll disappear completely? There's a difference. You should never have to constantly audition for a place in someone's life. You shouldn't have to beg for basic attention. You shouldn't have to become smaller, quieter, easier, or endlessly available just to keep someone interested. Love can require effort. Friendship can require patience. Relationships require communication. But none of these things require you to abandon your self-respect. Remember the Stoic rule: control what belongs to you, release what doesn't. Their feelings belong to them. Their choices belong to them. Their attention belongs to them. Their decision to stay or leave belongs to them. But your dignity, that's yours. Your time, yours. Your character, yours. Your response, yours. And when someone doesn't value you, the answer isn't always to become more valuable. You already have worth. The answer is to stop placing your worth in their hands. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe they won't. Maybe one day they'll realize what they lost. But don't build your life around that possibility. Let them choose, and then choose yourself. Not out of bitterness, not out of revenge, out of self-respect. Because the goal isn't to become someone who never needs anybody. The goal is to become someone who can love deeply without losing themselves. Someone who can care without begging. Someone who can give without constantly keeping score. Someone who can walk away when a relationship repeatedly demands their peace as the price of staying. And someday, you may look back at the person you once chased and realize something. You weren't losing them when you stopped chasing. You were finally finding yourself. So don't chase someone who doesn't value your presence. Give them the freedom to walk away, and give yourself the freedom to stop following. Because the right people won't require you to constantly prove that you deserve a place in their lives. And if you're learning to protect your peace, strengthen your mind, and stop giving your power to things you can't control, you're exactly where you belong. This is Stoic Mindset. If you found this video valuable, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Your support means a lot and helps me create more meaningful content.